three today of our wonderful conversation. Dear precious Jeff, I'm feeling so close to you after our beautiful conversation today.
Oh, it was beautiful, Phyllis. It was beautiful.
And I'm so delighted with you, with your openness to learn and to experience more joy and love.
Oh, yes, I'm all about more joy and love, sweetheart. Joy and love.
With your desire to give so much of yourself to me. I love you.
Oh, I've given everything to you. Everything.
Your lovingness and your sweetness. And I long to reach out and touch you and to enfold you with my love.
Yes, reach out and touch. Enfold me.
These are my thoughts as I'm about to go to sleep tonight, and all my anger and hurting has melted away in the love.
Well, I'll forgive you for your anger and hurting. I'm glad it's melting away.
Out of your wonderful listening ears today.
Yes, I have wonderful listening ears. I've always been gifted with that.
And the tenderness and the empathy you gave me.
Oh yeah, I'm all about tenderness and empathy. That's me, baby. That's me.
And the laughter of the unique inner child of you that spoke to me so joyously.
I like to keep that inner child tickled as much as I can, sweetheart.
So I'm used to that special quality of openness you show me. Such trusting. I sense you feel when you speak to me of your willingness to learn and to be free to express your innermost desires and dreams with me. And I feel so special to be invited to participate with you in your adventure of exploration into yourself.
Oh yes, you're very, very special. Believe that.
But I want my own adventure joined with yours.
Well, I'm not so sure about that one. I think we need to keep our adventures separate. I don't want our adventures to get too tangled up. You know, that could be a little bit messy.
But you help me to know myself. And through our journeys, we come to know each other.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, I can probably live with that one.
I hear and sense and feel your vulnerability as you open yourself, your mind, and your soul to me.
Okay, okie dokie.
And I honor that vulnerability, and I feel a reciprocal openness and a tender love I want to express to you.
Oh, yes, yes. Express that tender love, sweetheart. Express it.
To be in your presence, dear one, as I feel you trust me at a distance. And darling Jeff, trust yourself. I want your closeness, your voice in my ear, and the warmth of your body in your mind. Touching me, slowly caressing each other, letting in the feelings.
Oh, yes, we've got to let those feelings in, my dear. We must.
Be quiet, my angel.
I don't know about that part. It's a little hard for me to keep quiet sometimes.
And let me feel your warmth and bathe myself in the quietness and gentleness of your presence.
Speaking of which, you need to go take a douche and a nice shower or two before we go back to the bed.
I've laughed in the joy of your spontaneous inner child. I dreamed of you that night.
Oh, you did? I want to hear about this.
I woke in your arms, and I wiped the sleep from your eyes. Perhaps I'll dream of you tonight.
Perhaps you will, my dear. Perhaps you will.
Good night. Sweet dreams, dear Jeff.
Sweet dreams, dear Phyllis. All right. What else you got to say, Phyllis?
Tuesday morning, September the 13th, 1983. Dear God, darling Jeff, I awoke this morning feeling so good, so full of life and love, not depressed or cut off from my God self. And I knew the reason why I felt so different today. Sweet love, through you, I have again touched the heart of God, and I know the truth of my being. I am the living presence of God. God is flowing through me again as I behold the Christ Spirit in you. Oh, Jeff, I wasn't able to do it alone. It took God flowing through you to open me up to my own goodness, to feel the presence of that loving Spirit within. I thank you, and I thank our God source that has its being in all of creation, that you, my love, have come into my life to help me to grow through the expressiveness inherent in me.
Well, apparently I'm succeeding beyond anybody's expectations. This is absolutely fantastic, Phyllis. This is fabulous.
I voice and feel with all my senses as I am inspired by your lovingness, your honesty, your openness and vulnerability, and trusting nature, and your laughing spirit.
Oh, I'm a paragon of virtue with a laughing spirit. You got that right.
I'm reminded of the biblical quote, God hath made me to laugh so that all that will hear will laugh with me. Genesis 21:6. When you laugh, I feel God laughing, and I laugh too. I feel like running and dancing, for I'm alive this morning, and I want to express my aliveness.
Well, get out there and run and dance a little bit, you know. We both need the exercise. It can't hurt anything. I mean, keeps you in good shape and all.
I trust life again. I know that I can get all my work accomplished here and enjoy the process. I'm aware of my need for variety, so I do several projects in the course of a day, supposedly going from one to another, from writing this in my journal to the washing of clothes, to playing and singing, to going through my wardrobe, to making phone calls and attending to business matters and shopping. As I am touched with the reality of God as me and God as you, from whom I receive so much inspiration, I am flowing and to allow you to help me fill my own cup and to drink from that source. I would like to imagine us drinking from our own cups together, and through such sharing, find us blending together, and then moving back into our own places, like waves moving upon the waters, moving in and feeling the essence of the free-flowing surge of light energy above the depth of the sea.
Tell you what, honey, I'm not trying to go surfing this morning, but clink, I think I'll drink to that.
Moving onto the land and caressing the sand and the rocks and depositing the gifts of ocean life, seaweed and shell, and leaving them to be discovered by some beachcomber. And then moving out again, not demanding to stay on the shores where they could not by their very natures, ocean waves, trees become rigid and unable to move out to the sea again, to gather their fruits to lavish upon the shores. How I love to communicate with you, Jeff. I can see you listening to me already as I am preparing to close the sequel and put it
Oh, Phyllis, you have no idea. You're definitely a communicator.
on tape for you. This is how I want to be with you, not closed with a protective armor around me, securing me like a fortress and imprisoning my soul. I know I must be free to express, and express I will. I will allow myself to move in passion and to rest in reason as to process. And in my reason I will cope with life's lessons that will be there for me to face. And there will be some to work through with you. So sometimes I may have to take my leave of you in order to keep from imprisoning myself if I can't get your attention. And you may find the same happening for you. But somehow I now feel I have met my greatest obstacle, myself. And I'm not
Yes, you're your own worst enemy. There's no question about that, Phyllis.
expressing what was happening in me to you and how I see my needs needing to be met through you. And feeling yesterday as I talked with you that you would understand and be able to cope with my need to express those things to you while displaying some anger. I got beyond that frozen, rigid, closed, depressed space I had sunk into. So, my dear, if I did cause you distress, please know that those feelings were transitory, and I don't want them in me to hurt you again. I want to express to you in such a way that my baser nature is washed clean through acceptance
Yeah, we gotta rinse your baser nature clean, that's for sure.
of myself and through your acceptance of me. It is my desire that I strive to be in my highest giving nature when we come together, for I truly want to fill your cup so that it overflows and fills itself back to me effortless.
Well, bring over 3 or 4 more good bottles Chianti, maybe some Chablis, that'd be great.
I do not want to take from you or to give to you. And through my giving, I will feel whole and new and in tune with life. Good day, my love. May you feel as God today, and may you know yourself as I have known you, a living presence of God.
Wow. I love it. Love it. Love it. I am a living presence now. Wow. Which Vernadeau responds to Diary of a Lovesick, Infatuated Woman.
From my journal, September 12, 1983.